3 ways to improve your power in the water. Here are 3 ideas for how to add resistance training to your next session and how to maximize the time you spend honing your swimming strength. 1. Swimming with a band. This is unrivaled for direct, pure upper body strength. While the majority of swimmers rely on their pull buoy to develop upper body stamina and strength, it does have certain disadvantages. It's not the best for power, but it can assist with overall upper body endurance, because you can pull for longer than you could swim because your legs aren't using up vital oxygen. You can only truly increase your tempo so much, after all. The band around your ankles, on the other hand, compels you to accept mastering a greater, more potent pulling action. Your stroke rate must increase as soon as you fasten a band around your ankles, else, you'll stink, oops, sink, buckaroo. Your stroke will also become more balanced, your high elbow catch will improve, and your stroke pace will rise when you swim with a band. Especially for you sprinters, these 3 are vitally necessary to enhancing your freestyle stroke. Training tips. If you've never worn an ankle band before, start by pulling the draw buoy before lowering it. Start off by covering modest distances with lots of rest. If you are not using appropriate technique, stop and take a break. Do not attempt swimming with merely a band around your ankle if you are currently disabled due to a severe case of swimmer's shoulder until you have recovered and/or fixed the technical problems that caused the injury in the first place. Your shoulders will suffer greatly if you swim with a band around your ankles. 2. Swimming or kicking with drag socks. I kick a lot. I frequently use my kickboard for the majority of my exercises. I enjoy doing a ton of kick sets for a variety of reasons, not the least of which being that I detest when my stroke falters at the conclusion of races, no matter how brief, and, to be quite honest, having a quick dolphin or freestyle kick is just sort of cool. While I get horrific blisters on my feet from using swim fins so often, I prefer utilizing drag socks to increase the power in my legs. These are my fave for developing savage leg strength. Both this fundamental guide to swimming gear and a piece I wrote on presents for competitive swimmers highlight why. I'll reiterate why again here to spare you clicking. You are given complete range of motion. The movement you wish to better requires power, which is loaded. A good pair of drag socks should mirror your usual swimming in terms of range of motion and even pace. They come in varying degrees of difficulty. The difficulty is the purpose, though. Enhances one's sense of the water. When removing the drag socks and engaging in a vigorous swim, you'll experience a cannon-like sensation. You'll want to feel it for yourself, but I suppose it has something to do with having a better sense of the water. Infinitely adaptable. For vertical kick practice, I frequently use my drag socks, especially when the neighborhood lap swim is overcrowded. Alternately, I'll pair them with fins to really get my legs burning lactate. With these on, I'll practice my sprint kick and swim. There are countless options. 3. Resistance tubing. We're not referring to the kind of stretch cords you wrap around a flagpole, tuck your hands inside, hunch over at the waist, and then wailing away on in this instance. But they do have a function. I'm not talking about that sort. I'm talking about the kind that you tie one end to the starting block, fasten the other to your waist, and swim out against. Referred to more reliably as a resistance swim belt, stationary swim belt, or swim tether. Study on whether resistance training enhanced 50-meter sprinting performance was covered in another piece. Elite swimmers trained with resistance tubing twice a week for a period of 12 weeks in that particular research. The swimmers exercised their speed assist muscles by swimming against a cord that was attached to a starting block and being pulled back by tubing. Compared to the subpar control group swimmers, who did the usual exercises without the tube training, the swimmers had increased speed over 50 m at the conclusion of the 12-week period. When swimming against a stretch cord, there is one thing you will really notice that is really hard to achieve in any other situation. Your body will automatically shift into the most productive position as soon as the cord becomes strained and movement becomes sluggish. It turns out that your body is intelligent. When faced with the greatest amount of resistance, it will look for the most effective way to go through the water. A tremendous double whammy results from using the tubing for brief bursts followed by long rests. You get in high-value power work while instilling an effective body position into your swimming.